Hey, what's going on, y'all? Beautiful day out here. Sun shining, walking through nature. Want to get on here and talk about um, the power of your sexual energy. The power of your sexual energy. A lot of people don't understand how powerful the sexual energy is. Meaning, when you're running around, I'm not saying everybody, but when you have people out here who run around, giving themselves away, because mentally we don't have that understanding how reckless we are when we having sex. And it don't mean just sleeping with anybody like on a reckless level like that, but just giving yourself away. You could be dealing with somebody, or however you want to put it, and y'all could have sexual intercourse and connection and all of that, and if it's not aligned, you'll wonder why things are not panning out the right way. Why there's a whole bunch of arguments, why there's a whole bunch of negativity, why it's like we fighting for each other's attention, and we focus on each other, and we want to keep saying, oh no, but I love you and I love you. And it's because of that powerful energy of your sexual energy, which is connected to your creative energy. So the more sexual connected you become with anyone, especially if it's not your divine partner, I mean, if y'all not aligned, if y'all not on the same page of understanding, and connection. So that's why you'll, for example, you'll have some couples out here who things seem like it's working smoothly, even though they go through their ups and downs about certain things, but it's like they just work well, perfectly together. They're aligned with their sexual energy, with their creative energy, and things of that sort. And then you have other situations where it just seems like things just like, we can have sex, but we can't build together. We can have sex would be great, but then we can't come sit at the table and have a productive conversation in a way where we can grow from it. And these are the different things. So celibacy also plays a big role. The less engagement that you're having with your sexual energy, the stronger and clearer your creative energy becomes. So let's say you have an idea and you want to move on it. The more you focus on that, being creative, especially for the painters, people who draw, people who build and construct things, and it's like a blank canvas. Whatever you decide you want to put on it, it's what you put on it. Like that's your life. It comes clear, them ideas come smoothly, they flow, because all of that sexual energy that you holding in is pushing out your creativity, which is the beautiful thing. Now, when you're releasing your sexual energy amongst negative energies, like negative people who have negative views, who don't want much, who don't want to do anything, who don't want to be creative, because everybody has some type of creativity in them, but If you don't use it, you lose it. That's the saying. So with that being said, the power of your sexual energy could change the whole entire world. Could change humanity. Like that. So, I'm saying that to say, the power in it, I'm speaking to my men now, is naturally we create. That's a reproductive part of us to create life. So when you're running around, because you know I've been there too, and you're expressing your sexual energy with this one, then certain things don't work out with that one, and then you wondering why it's like negativity just following you or problems following you. So now it becomes why I keep going through the same thing with different people. And it's the energy that lingers on. So I don't know if you guys ever heard, but when I was younger, you know, my grandparents used to say, when you lay down with somebody, if you can't see them as being, you know, your wife or connected as family, your children's mother, then you got no business laying down with them because of soul ties. And for the people who know about soul ties, you know, that's a whole different level. But that's what connects to why I'm saying the power of your sexual energy, because that's what it comes from. That soul tie. When you lay down, even if you're not having children, you're creating when you're expressing your sexual energy. So if you utilize that to go inside, connect, like I always say, know thyself, and then you do the work to better yourself and step up on that status to become that divine masculine, you will attract your divine feminine, and vice versa. Same thing for the divine feminines, for the women, the queens. When you do the work for yourself, so when they tell you, oh, save yourself for marriage and these different things, even back then when I was younger, the mindset was a little different. So you look at it like, what? Saving yourself for marriage? You bugging, because we ain't know no better. We didn't have that mature knowledge to understand what the sexual energy and the creative energy really was about. We just took it as, you know, on a 3D level of you just having intercourse, you getting your climax, releasing, and you're good. But all that energy you releasing plays a part in where it flows, because energy just don't come out and that's the end of it. It has to flow back to something. So when you're not utilizing it for something good, positive, productive, it's gonna flow back with negativity. So not to ramble on too long on that sense, but let's take for example, you decide to be celibate. When you go into that mode and you be like, you have an idea, whatever it might be, whatever you want to do, even if you don't have an idea, you'll just start seeing things differently. Certain things will just start flowing to you with a different perspective. So people who knew of me then will probably say, yeah, I was into that mode too, doing what I wanted to do, without having that understanding that when you're moving around like that and you don't understand the power of your sexual energy and your creative energy, you take losses. Now that I'm in a stage in my life, in that mind state of growth, maturity, responsibility for me, first and foremost, and understanding the power of my sexual energy, and like I took back that power. I started the celibacy situation, and honestly, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I know it's easy said than done, like I always say. I'm just telling y'all from my own experience. Like, some people might not be where I'm at yet in their life on that level. Some may have already been there and moved towards bigger and better, which I'm going in that direction of. So, you know, when you get to this point, it's who, let's say if you're dealing with somebody and y'all aligned, y'all gonna grow together. So it's not gonna be weird if a person says, oh, I don't wanna, you know, waste our energy just performing the act. Let's build together, like really build together. Not how people say, oh, let's build. And the first aspect anybody would think is, oh, like, yeah, you working, I'm working, let's save some money. And now, like, really putting something together, creating something and birthing it and putting it out in the world that's positive and that can help humanity. That's where you want to, you know, direct your energy. Most people will get it. The ones who it resonate for at the time that they're supposed to get it. Others, it's going to take a little longer, especially when you're indulging in certain activity. You're going to be on that mental capacity. You're going to be on that level. Now, certain levels are low vibrational. When you have the mentality of just going around trying to see who you can sleep with, to get a climax and to get that validation to say, yeah, I slept with that person, you know, it's low vibrational, and to each his own. But when you truly want to do the work on yourself, and then, like I said in another message, when you loving yourself, you'll be open to knowing the things that I'm speaking on right now. So breaking it down in that sense, understanding how powerful it is when we have children out here, depending upon who you connect with, your sexual energy, female or male, however you want to put it, when y'all connect, and if it's not aligned, then you're producing something in a society that's gonna go in a negative direction, because that was the seed that was planted. So you know how they say, if you plant good seeds in good soil and nurture it with good intentions, you will grow a good, great harvest. It's the same in the opposite direction. If you plant bad seed in bad soil and you don't nurture it, you neglect it, then you're gonna produce a negative harvest. Lack. So, you know, I ain't gonna go too deep into it. I'm just throwing little pieces around. Still try to keep it a little PG. But when you start, like, even for the people who study chakras, Because there's a lot of chakras. I know most people just think it's only 7, but it is more. Like when you go deeper, it's always deeper than what the eye can see. So when you go deep into learning about you, yourself, your body, your spirit, you begin to attract more information, more downloads to know what's what. And speaking on the chakras, the reason I brought that up is because if you study your root chakra, which is the low one, it's down there where your genital area is, and start studying that, and you'll understand the connection in your sexual energy and your creative energy. You know, y'all get a chance, look these things up, study these things, and, you know, apply it accordingly. Like I told y'all before, I'm going to speak on what I live. I'm going to speak on my perspective and different perspectives that has been connected to me, or things that was brought to me that I engaged in conversation with different people on what their mindset was about these different things I speak on. So, like I said, you know, you want to study the chakra system and how all of that works. That's connected to your sexual energy, your creative energy, how that works, and so forth, so on. You know, take time out to do that. Make time for yourself. And like I said before, the more you loving on yourself and the more you connect with yourself to want to learn these different things, you'll begin to have insight to information that is like powerful, especially when you apply it to your life, to your daily life. It becomes a whole different ball game. And that's what I'm experiencing now. And I'm just passing it on. Like I always said, if I could help the next person, whoever it could resonate with, whatever anybody may be going through out there, you know, I don't know. I just know I'm a walking inspiration, a living example. So I'm gonna just speak my truth. But celibacy is a great thing to enhance your creative energy to whatever it is that you want to create or put out into the world in a good way. You know, apply it to your life, nurture it, focus on it. Like I told y'all before, meditation is a powerful tool that will connect with it. So yeah, understand the power of your sexual energy, and you'll start seeing things with clarity in a whole different light. So yeah, y'all be safe out there. Keep doing what y'all do. Love y'all, and like I said, I'm gonna keep bringing it how I bring it. One.